When we do the intermissions, I will try to call out which one is first and which one is second, and we shall follow that in a row. Remember that we have lots of healers who put stuff. Actually, we have all healers who put stuff on the floor, so you better be standing right next to the collector in the puddles, please. And then we go to the next one, same thing. But also, don't be standing in all the pink crap on the floor. When we get to the second phase, we're going to come back here towards the moon, skull side. Make sure you are taking the silent circles out. They actually do a lot of damage. So when they're all stacked up on the boss, it's really hard to keep the ads on the boss without getting dead from those things. And if you got the black line on you in that second phase, you want to stand as close to the boss, front to back and left to right as possible. Miss Sin, Cheney, and Roach, and Data. That's everybody. Ready, rock and roll. Headed to Skull. Jack at Skull. Dodge discs. Ads are up. 1-3 soak. 1-3-5. Dodge discs. Puddles out. Adds up. 2-4.
Did.
Fill some ads up. Dodge discs. Puddles out. Adds back to boss. Knockback soon. Finish off those ads. Yellow star first. And then we're going to go moon. Once this one's down. To moon. Around a circle.
Taunt swapped.
The goal is the collector. Okay, back to boss. Dodge discs. Putting ads in. Soak 135.
Dead.
Knockback soon. Knockback. Orange. And then moon. Edge moon. And then around the yellow star. Back to boss.
Second potion.
Stay with the boss. Boss is a little off center. That's fine. Just try to keep together. Puddles out. Whew, nicely done.
Makes up for kind of how much of a pain he was last week.
Yeah. Let's get to the next boss before we take our break. However, let's move as a group, or if you're like me, wait for a summon.
Swear that ring is a lie.
Yeah. Remember, there's holes on the bridge.
In another group that I run with, some warlock put a gate straight onto one of the holes just to see how many people he could kill.
How many did he kill?
3, I think.
Did I just win my best in slot weapon with a 1?
Yes,
Right.
it
That's
looks-
You sure
awesome.
did.
That's the
I
plus
feel
of
like that's
being
the
gone
fun in which
for a
we
month.
take it back from you, though, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm just a little guy for DPS tonight. I would be
Fold.
totally okay with that.
Yeah, we
Because
did.
of course we did.
Pulled the big guy in.
Although I think with the 1, we're just going to have to DE it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's fine.
And somebody has informed me that really when I said that, I was apparently going to say, or if you're like me, die on the way, which is accurate. I fall in those holes almost every single week.
I try to help.
You do try to help.
For a particular value of help.
He tries to help me fall in the holes.
As if it were opposite day.
We're taking break, right?
Yeah.
Do you think I should just switch for this to do death spells as well as the
No.
Yes,
No.
but
Sorry.
but it's so much damage. I have wanted him to switch for the last 3 bosses.
No.
I think we're fine if
My health flashes before my highs, and I'm having to use every single defensive on every single pull, you guys. I don't need this kind of stress. Is this how you age?
I mean,
Okay,
technically you age
timer.
while doing nothing.
You know what I mean. Here's your break timer. Back in 10, 7, not 10.
So much fun to heal. Everyone's dying. Oh, it's so great to heal right now. It's
To be honest, healing hasn't been an issue.
Because I'm popping every cooldown I have.
You should be doing that
stressing
anyway.
out.
Oh my god. I will leave it up to my healers. I will do whatever my healers want.
Let us suffer.
I'm letting you suffer. I don't want to die because you're suffering.
Ah, this is perfect.
Somebody who's more rational could weigh in also after break.
That's true.
We'll go from there.
To be honest, it seems fine on the other bosses, but this boss we might need to switch to 6. I'm half tempted to say do it at 5 because I would love to see us be able to do it at 5.
It's my favorite thing to heal, man. This boss is my favorite boss to heal because there's
Same.
just hell everywhere.
The absorbs are so fun.
I hope we get some boots off these 3.
Checking to see who's back.
I'm here. I will be ready once I get a summons.
Sure.
Thank you.
That means I need a warlock. Oh, warlocks are already on it. Everybody, let's see. You're missing Daytime, Soon, Let Us Back, and Flame. While we wait for those slackers to get back, what are the saner, cooler, non-sadistic and masochistic heads of my other healers say? Any preferences before we bow to the will of courts?
And
Sounds dangerous. And Cass.
Hit them until they don't have any hit points left. That's my
I mean, I'm
strategy.
fine with trying to heal it with 5, but I am not volunteering for the role of calling out dispels. So someone would need to take Kessa's place at that.
I mean, Flame's getting pretty good at dispelling before I even mention it.
Yeah, but we still need somebody to do the main thing, not...
Yeah, to call out who they're not dispelling so that the rest of us can jump in.
Sounds like Cass should just keep dispelling.
It does.
I wish.
Other healers are not volunteering.
I'm usually up for it, but this is my first time, so explain it.
Oh, well, sure, Nalu. Go ahead, Cass.
What happens is that we get the dispels initially, and we're gonna want to keep them on the people who have them until the soak lines
blue circles come in.
Yeah, the blue circles come in. Then you dispel them there. It should be around 6 or 7 when you dispel them. And you're just calling out who you're not dispelling, so Flame and the other healers can dispel.
So there's always 2, because we soak them. We usually have the healer soak the 2. The person who is calling it picks who they want to dispel and verbally calls the dispel on the other person for the other person to get. Just every time you dispel, because the person gets to 7 stacks, or it's scary, you say the person who you are not dispelling.
And past that, you're going to be usually dispelling at 6, 7, or 8. 6 is the moderate amount. 8 is the conservative amount if you think you can pump heals on them and have them finish the soak. And
all right.
At intermission, just dispel everyone. So the stacks start wearing off on the people.
Thank you for the explanation. Yeah, I mean, I can say don't dispel a person, sure.
Well, it's really the name of the person you aren't dispelling, because we do need to dispel them, so you just gotta say who you're not doing. Okay. Everything else is more or less the same as on normal, except everything hurts like a Mack truck. So make sure that we are getting the copies. I think Sin's been calling the copies. So we really do need clear Discord, because between Sin and Nalu and myself, it's a lot. So get the copies. When you get the line, make sure you make your line long. We want people to be in the line, minimum of 5, but more is better, unless you get to the point where it's hard to get in without stacking a circle on someone else, in which case, don't go in. If the line looks full, leave it be. We do want the line long. Help with that. It also helps if it's going towards the bosses, but like really mostly just make it long. At first intermission, get 1 because the ball now the debuff ball. The ball now does a debuff, so you'd like to get 1, wait for it to fall off, and then get it again. The only time you should grab 2 in a row to get a 2 stack of the debuff is if it is absolutely going to hit the boss and nobody else can get it instead of you. Then you may get 2.
Don't do 4. 4 is bad.
4 is very bad. And then the second intermission, remember, it's the Fell Rush blade line things. It's really just blaze with green things. So spread out a bit and then try to not move your line. If you have to move because you're at an intersection, move along your line. Don't move your line to the extent possible. And on the third intermission, we have Alyssa jumping around with her nasty cone. Try to follow her and get to her side so that you're not getting murderated. We'll hear at the start.
Take your flasks. I'm dropping food.
That is important. Thank you, Deaxis. Oh, I've got no brains. Oh my gosh, cute story while we eat food. On the way to school today, Addison asked something, and I said, well, Addie, because Mama has no brains. And she puts her hand on her chest and clumps her fist up and goes, here's brains, and handed me brains.
Aww.
Didn't have much of an impact, as you can see, but it was adorable.
That is so cute.
She didn't mention what kind of brains.
That's fair.
I mean, it's the thought that counts.
True, true.
Best case scenario, they're toddler brains. So
That might explain some things.
Right. Missing Zandu and Chubby.
I was eating food. I'm good.
All right, make sure we get all of our buffs and stuffs back on too. You know, I would, except that I'm actually more worried she's a sociopath. There's a whole situation with cutting up Piglet and some gleeful laughter, and it was a little bit disturbing. But
Listen, maybe
she
they're
might just-
sociopaths. That's just the deal.
yeah,
She might not be a zombie. She might just like feeding zombies.
Here comes Harrow. There's in the purple swirlies. I'll do.
Look, copies. We were talking about Clone Wars and I jumbled my words.
This is where you dispel.
Hyana still needs a dispel area, so it's Caleb and
Take
Ed.
the hunt far. Far.
As far as I can go.
Don't dispel Ed.
Talking about the other end.
Copies.
Kayla still has the dispel.
Don't
Kess
dispel
and Ro-
Kess.
You're calling who
think.
you are dispelling. And
I don't know what I'm doing. Why did we do
It's
this?
okay. You're fine. You're fine. I'll explain again here in a second. Let me not die. If you dispelled me, you would say Kess's name. And just say Kess.
Copies.
So Kella and Tape.
Tape.
Yeah. First intermission. New York and Tape still have the thingies if you guys can soak up the puddles. Kidding, it's not New York, it's Flame.
Finn.
Now Nalu and
Copies.
Diana have it.
Nalu.
Perfect. Cass and Withers. And make the line long.
Withers.
New York and Caliph.
Nymead.
Fine. Did a spell in New York. Ed and Tape.
Copyists.
Need a little bit more on Velerin.
Tape.
Ro and Kella. Second intermission. Okay, back to phase one. Spell Kella. There we go. Daydan and Caliph.
Data.
Now New York and Sin have the debuff.
Copies.
Second potion.
Withers.
Pion and Flame have the debuff.
Ion.
In the line. Midgie and Ed have the debuff. A little bit more on Alyssa.
Copyists.
Mid.
Cass and Midgie have the debuff.
Mid.
Follow Alyssa. Follow again. And again. Nalu and Tape have the debuff going into this last phase.
Need to focus skull.
Copies.
Sin.
Kella and Daydan have the debuff. Line.
Copies.
Tape.
Ro and Caliph have the debuff.
Mid.
Midgie and
Rage.
others with the debuff. Not bad considering the fact we had like 6 people dead for most of that fight. Also, poor Nolly was flying in the dark there.
Yeah, so I do not understand this mechanic at all. Not gonna lie.
I think I can explain it better now.
No, real quick, I forgot to ask. Is it showing you the debuffs on your UI?
Yeah, I see who has it.
The stacks, that is.
Oh no, not stacks.
You might want to configure it to show you the stacks.
So the idea we need somebody to come back alive who wants to navigate this nonsense.
What's the name of it again? We have the skip active.
It is the. You should be able to go to the one that the.
Yeah, so Devourer's Ire, when it gets to 6 or like 8 is when you want to dispel.
The stack doesn't look like the Devourer Ire debuff, so just be aware.
I can't remember because I set it up a while ago.
I think it's the Unending Hunger or the Consume.
Unending Hunger sounds more correct.
It's bluish and it stacks. So when we have the 2 purple circles at the beginning, those 2 people get the Devourer's Ire, that little pink eye, which is who has it, which you were able to find. When the longer they have that debuff on them, they start getting stacks that does a dot that hurts your face a lot. So we want to dispel those 2 people around 6 to 8 stacks. We found it was easiest to have one person dedicated to doing the first one, and that person then calling out the second one that needed to get dispelled, so as to not have everybody worrying about dispels and not getting heals out. So you get to pick, provided you can see the stacks, and if you can't see the stacks, we can make it somebody else's job.
Yeah, I can't
pick
right
who
now.
you
I don't know how to configure that, but
What are you using?
LVUI, but I don't think it's like a thing we should try to solve right now.
I could always switch if we think we really.
The big reason that we have you call out the person that you're not dispelling is because as soon as you do your dispel, it jumps to another person, and so I might not have been paying attention, so I don't know which of the 2 people with it still needs to be dispelled. Yeah. That's why the call out is opposite of who you're dispelling.
Yeah, but we can make Kess switch back and we can 6 heal it and it'll be absolutely fine. Or Flame.
Potentially make Flame call since he was doing the off duty.
That's a very different role, is all.
Yeah, I'm happy to do the off duty of dispels. I'm gonna call out the wrong name if I'm trying to say the name of the person that I want.
I'm not having a problem with the name of the opposite person. Need to figure out
have me switch. I think it's fine.
I couldn't hear what Nalu said. What did you say, Nalu?
I was saying I don't have a problem calling the opposite name. I just don't know the stack number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, normally, the idea is if we're dispelling one person and then the other, they have very similar stacks. Every once in a while, that's not the case because we were slow on a dispel, but most of the time they have very similar stacks.
I guess, is there a problem with dispelling too much, or is it just to prevent wasted mana or whatever?
To prevent wasted mana and to make sure that we get the poop cleaned up pretty quickly and to not lose DPS time. But it's not a huge deal if it's jumping around a lot. I'm always calling out who has it so those people know to go soak up. So
gotcha.
I'm happy either way. If we want to make Kester, if Nelly wants to just call who she's dispelling and we'll just dispel more often than normal, either way is fine with me. So
let's have me call and
cool.
That way Nalu can hear our eye.
I can learn.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kat.
Keep end up the pool.
and it gives her time to be able to see the stacks if she wants to do it next time.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do it, but I think it's just LVUI configuration is not a easy thing to do on the fly.
It's not a quick on the fly situation.
Well, you won't have to worry about it pretty soon.
It'll be dead. We're just missing New York.
No, you'll have to worry about other things.
All right.
Mark some real quick.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Tanks didn't yell at me. Heroism?
Copies? No, sorry, that's the arena. Copies.
Dispel Flame.
Hardwood and Kess. Line. Sorry, Withers.
Copies.
Tape and Nalu have the debuff. Withers and Tape.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yep.
Withers and Piana.
Copies.
Piana and Vin.
Dispel Piana.
Flame and Kalis have the debuff. We are at intermission. We do still have some poop ups, so be careful. It's fine.
Copies.
Dispel Kess.
Kellen Hardwood.
Flame, I'm calling if you wanna.
Line.
Copies.
Dispel Hardwood.
Nalu and Tape. Nalu and Mitch. Yep. Line.
Dispel Nalu.
Copies.
Withers and Tape currently.
Dispelling Tape, keep it on Withers for now.
Withers and Flame have it. New York and Flame.
Do we want to get DPS up?
You sure could.
Copies.
I'll pop up.
Dispel Kess.
Kalis and Vin.
We need on is Seldra.
I'll need to leave Doris alone, that's for sure. Currently on Data and Withers.
Dispelling Daytime.
It's on Rowan Withers.
Dispel Withers as well.
Midgie and Row.
Copies.
Much more on Alyssa. Alyssa and Valoran both.
Should we keep them away from him?
Yeah, for now.
He's pretty low.
The Dispels are out of my reach. Dispel Vow.
There you go. Nalu and Payana.
Everybody off Diamond.
Not Viana Dars until they're more even. Alyssa special. Again. And last one. More on Valoran.
Copies.
Bring them over, I think. Just make sure we keep them evened out, guys.
I was going to keep it on him.
Daydine and Caliph. Still Daydine and Caliph. Longer line. A little bit more on Adaris now.
Dispelling Caliph. Wait for Daytime a bit.
Copies.
Now.
Midgie and Kess. More dots. We're going to kill Adaris first. I've marked it with skull so we can easily find it. Defensives help here. Get your Warlock cookies. Out of the way of Alyssa. Alyssa's next, honestly, but. Knock rocks, and that technically counts.
Not even close.
Get a res.
It's so easy.
I forgot to breathe, but that was so much fun. Okay, that was
Like barely half the raid died.
Barely half.
I love how whenever anybody says tape, they say it with a question mark.
I thought I was in trouble and I kept hearing my name. I was like, hold up, what did I do?
Flame. The one thing I will say is that sometimes you dispel a little bit early on those. Especially when we're going from intermission to the first dispel of the next phase. It's best to wait until it's coming out. Well, like, for example, in the third phase, I was just gonna target heal them at 8 and then dispel because they had a couple stacks going in. But I didn't want to make the dispels lopsided, for example.
I'll be honest, I still have no clue. It's crazy. Like, it doesn't do that much damage and, like, just absorb some crap in the dispel now and then. I don't know.
Doesn't, and then it does hurt like a mofo.
The problem
I
is,
feel like
that
the flow of it feels a little better and more predictable if we keep the dispels paired up.
Yeah.
Even if they are a little early at 6 stacks instead of 7 or 8.
I guess what's maybe confusing me is like, okay, so you guys said like call what you're not dispelling, but then Kess, you were saying like dispel whoever. But like, are you saying the word dispel, but you actually mean I dispelled somebody else, so somebody else dispelled this person I'm calling?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
I had Kess calling who they were dispelling, but it was a lot harder to tell because 2 people have the debuff, so we had to switch
And
it.
for example, L, who didn't have L and Caliph, who doesn't have the stacks set up, would complain because like they can't see who has the most stacks and go from there.
I do
It's also just
believe
more
Vin
confusing.
has to fork over the feet to Midgie. And by golly gosh dang, I can't believe it, but I think Deaxis got his boots.
I think
Yeah, it only
Lennis
took
needs to
2.5
fork those
months.
boots over to Tyrael. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure Tape has to hand the neck over to Daydide.
Sounds good.
But yeah.
Sure, there were boots for everybody that leather wearers.
Right.
It's my
The only
Stop
time
whining.
that I try and not have them like at the same time is for the first one. If we want to just have that as a rule, like always dispel once the soak scale out, because like there's not a lot of damage going on in those first 10 seconds after intermission or whatever.
Can I get a summons?
Sure.
Me too. I'm not going to run.
But I do agree that it usually feels better when we don't have them lopsided. It's just a little bit hard when they are.
Hey, bro, that's kind of like a side grade for me at best. So if somebody else actually like really needs it, they can have it. That neck.
For the neck, Kella is the next roll.
Yes, please.
Thank you for the res. I stood in the poop. I deserve that death.
Yeah, I looked away.
That's not right, Ro. All right, we'll see if we can. Oh, yes, please. Thank you. All right, so this one's just a little bit tricky, but we had a strategy that seemed to be working pretty well. So most of the mechanics are the same in terms of the. Sorry, trying to not cough into the mic. The actual mechanics, we still take the walls for the most part to the left twice, and then we break them. Problem is, after the break, we have not only the small swirly circles, but big ass circles that do a crap ton of damage too. So try to move them not like all over the place, just move them so they're not on other people or not on anybody else with a circle at any rate, because people can move out of the big circles too. And then healers really watch for people that get those debuffs back to back. So if you do a wall and then a shatter shell and then the big circle, they're like people are going to plummet. So try to make sure we're keeping, particularly if they're over in Skull and X. So we're a little bit further away. It's a little bit harder to deal with. So just be prepared for that. And then the thing we were doing is because it lasts a little bit longer and we don't want the things to fill up. For the first 4 walls that we are going to get, we will put 1 at orange. So 1 person, don't fight over it because we only want 1. But 1 person will leave theirs at orange. The rest of the group will shift to yellow just long enough to not get hit by the debuff, move back to orange. The other 3 go spread out across those 4 sections to the left. Make sure when we do the shadow shell, it is one of the ones to the left that has walls. Don't do it in one that doesn't have a wall. And tanks need to call when theirs is getting full if I don't catch it. I'm trying to catch it, but you know.
Who was I giving the boots to?
Boots was to
Was
Midgie.
Midgie.
No,
I don't know.
it was the
Midgie?
next.
I had to try. I had to try.
Midgie was the boots. Clear as mud.
Right. Note to self, that hurts even before the fight starts.
Miss and Piana still, I think. Remember, we are staying in orange, except to not get hit by the debuff. 4 times.
Does Piana need a summon?
Oh!
Cloud's still up.
She's coming up the hill, Cheney. You're too slow. Although you charging in on that big red bird is kind of amazing. Whatever it was. No, tank is on Yellow Star, New York. So just to the right of us. And we just kind of bip in there quick and then bat back out for those first 4.
Bip bap, bip bap.
Yes. Good old bip bap.
Yep, bip bap.
Whatever you do,
Skull
don't
is
bap
far.
bip.
So we try
Do
to
not
have
bap
Skull as those people who have good movement stuff. And if you don't have good movement stuff, you can stay more towards Green and Moon. But yeah, somebody's got to get over to Skull. Trying again.
Remember, you can move laterally faster if you're closer to the boss.
Yes. All right, I think that was everybody. First walls. 1 at orange. Okay, well, whatever. Put them out.
Janie, you're not in the tank section.
Oh, what? Oh, I'm not. My bad.
Major
healers.
defensives.
Walls.
Get out of orange.
Shatter shells. We're trying to not break orange just for future reference. Back in. Then walls out. Still 1 in orange. Perfect. New walls soon. 1 at orange.
Other people should hop out of orange.
Orange, not
Oh,
yellow.
wait,
Orange.
Shatter shells 2 at skull, if we can, please. Thank you. New walls soon. You can still and should still be putting some in orange. Another set of walls coming in. Don't want 2 here though. There we go. Okay, everyone out of orange. Back in. Shatter shells, we need 2 in green. And 2 in skull. At least 1 in skull. Oh dear. New walls. We have 2 in orange. We don't want 2, but 1 out. Shadow shells coming in next. You're all dead anyway. We'll try it again. So while we're falling over and trying again, the goal really is to fill up orange with 4 blocks, walls, ice, whatever you want to call them. And then we'll work on filling up. I mean, you obviously have to take them other places too, but we want orange to be full so that we know then that we always have to go to the left. Buys us more time. So when it's in orange, you've got to watch, and once the arrow's there, you step out real quick and then back in as soon as it goes off.
So that's the person that's got the arrow putting the wall up in orange stays in orange. Everybody else needs to step out to star real quick and then come back after the walls.
Correct. Thank you for clarifying, Caleb.
At least we have a voice of reason.
I have somebody to offset that Kess and Quartz.
Move.
Right.
Guys, what if we 0 healed this fight?
You mean what lane are we breaking or what lane are we standing in? So we have to move for the first 4 walls no matter what, because it's going to vary. So it's really stand to yellow and get out of the way of orange. And then after we get 4 walls in orange, orange should always be safe. And we will not put any more in orange for the rest of the fight, and that's where we stand.
So you got to earn your right to not move.
Yeah, you got to earn it.
As a reminder, that also means we don't want any of the breaks to happen in orange. Those all need to go to other places.
Yeah, but preferably a place that has a wall. Yeah, it is very different, New York. It's just what worked for us.
Kind of gave us that little extra time that we needed to finish it.
But it put the hard part up front, which is typically works better for us as a group. So. I'm really missing my priest buff.
Right? Jeez.
Priest buff. Where's Elle?
Working on a promotion packet that's due tomorrow. Rather, in tears in the other room.
Poor thing still.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
One way or another, it's done tomorrow.
Yep. Here we
I don't
go.
know, but deadlines are the worst. Looming deadline.
That walls. Currently 2 in orange. Unstay. Back into orange.
Defenses on those people we got too.
I think we got them split, so. That was weird.
I had aggro. I didn't realize
okay.
it.
Shockwaves.
Christ.
I got all
Maybe
screwy.
we should reset? I don't know what just happened.
I don't know if you can reset, but yeah. Stuff got screwy. Can I get out of here? Oh my god, I can. No, I can't. Let me out! I cannot.
So, people who are in orange that get hit by the orange wall, you should be in yellow and then shuffle back into orange.
Did you say, Cass?
There are a lot of people that are getting hit by orange walls.
Yes.
When they shouldn't.
Yes.
Yeah, and when everybody's still standing in orange, I can't tell if there's only one arrow in there or more than one, so.
Yeah. Really, as soon as the walls come out, we can move over to the tank one.
Also, I think the first one did double up the walls because we had 3 by the end.
Yeah, we got a tank one though, so.
No, but two people did stay in orange with walls.
No, they were right. They got them separated because nobody ended up with 2 stacks of the debuff. That's how I knew they didn't both get in there. But we did get a tank one because Tyrael got aggro at the wrong time.
This boss is always broken.
Thank you for the res.
My puppy came to. He's waiting. He's crying at me. He's like, "Mom, it's cuddle time. What are you doing?"
Miss and Kella. There we go. First walls. Out of orange. Back to orange. New walls coming in. Out of orange. Back to orange. Breaks are next. Out of orange.
Or all of them
So
there.
3 in orange.
So no more in orange. Walls coming in. Head and left. Rat them out. Okay, shadow
Right,
shells
no
are
more
next.
on orange, right?
Correct. No more on orange and no breaks on orange. Knockback coming in. Out of orange. Thank you. We stay in orange. Everybody else out of
No
orange.
more in orange.
We always want to take them left.
Don't put them in the tank lane.
Yeah. For Cheney, please. Shadow shells next. One in the tank lane this time, though, for the breaks.
I have the tank lane break.
Okay. New walls. Get them out across all 4. Extra love on Sin and Tape. New walls soon. To the left. One back in green. There we go. Doorway situation over here. Love on Caleb and Flame.
Get a break on safe spot.
We're gonna need one break. We got walls next. One break on tank side, and 2 on skull. Spread out still. You guys are all grouped up.
1 per lane.
There we go. Shadow shells, 1 to the right. Everyone else left.
I'm on the
2
tank.
2 in moon and 2 in skull. Would be ideal.
I died.
We can go back to putting 1 in orange on this one because we only have 3 walls here, so I'll stay here.
Means get out.
Yep, get out of orange. Back in. Good catch. Well, I should be able to put them anywhere. Left.
Guess we didn't get the tank.
Tank
The
one.
tanks-
Wah, wah.
I died with my break. I think I got too close to the fucking boss.
I was still substantially better. We've only killed this one once, and the whole making sure we all go the same direction thing is difficult at first, but we'll get that on Thursday.
The important thing for the breaks, I feel, is that if you're the one in the lead, don't stop running when you get to a section. Keep running towards the end, especially once we're done with orange.
Yeah, unless you know for like a fact that one of the ones that you're at needs multiple breaks.
No, I meant for the walls.
Oh, for the walls, sure.
Because that just makes it so slow people get stuck behind you.
Yes,
Like a
yes. It just
traffic
takes some
jam of
practice.
walls.
I will point out that we have, what do we have, 29 people tonight, and we haven't had like close to 20 for 2-3 weeks, so we just have a lot of us who haven't done this fight yet. So we only did 2 pulls, so we shall kill it on Thursday. I am quite confident. Thanks for the
I do
funnel.
notice a few people are sometimes like straddling the lines between the lanes. Just once the fight starts, make sure you look closely. You can see white lines in the ground that are the separations between the lanes. It doesn't help to stand on that. You want to be on one side or the other. It's the gaps between those lines that we want to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah, good night.
I am going to go fall over. Night, I'll see you on Thursday. Thanks for
Night.
healing, Ollie.